My name is Mary.
My name is Victor.
My name is Samantha.
And this is the story of the Holocaust.
The purpose of this project is to show people what has happened before in the past. You can relate to this right now in present day. Right now, you may not know how you feel about the Holocaust, or you might not know about it. But when you have read what people have gone through, you can finally realize how these people feel when writing these books.
World War II took place in Russia, Europe, and 10 more countries. It started in September 1st, 1939. World War II started because Germany had to give up most of its property and was banned to use or have armed forces. When they were left in despair, they had pretty much nothing left. But Hitler came and promised to gather all of their territory and give it back to them. The Germans had nothing left but to agree with the strange man, because they had nothing to lose. So they gave the man heavy artillery, and soon they began to invade the other countries.
The countries who were involved were Germany, Italy, and Japan. On one side, Germany, Italy, and Japan were allies. The other side consisted of Britain, France, Australia, Canada, New Zealand, India, the Soviet Union, China, and the US. The first group of people were called the Axis powers. The other side was called the Allied powers. They were both involved in World War II. They fought for a total of 6 years. They fought through 1941 through 1945. Although not everyone in the whole world was involved in this war.
Propaganda is anything that could be misleading to promote whatever the person's point of view and wants you to have the same view. The Allies made a poster saying that the Axis are bad and that we can beat them, saying if she can do it, we all could do a part of which is convincing. Cartoons also can have propaganda showing that what they believe. Here it shows being a Nazi is like being a slave, and it is way better to be an American citizen.
Hitler was born on April 20th in Austria. He became the leader of Germany in 1934. He also was a leader of the Nazi Party. His career as leader ended in 1945 due to his committing of suicide. He committed suicide because he knew that he was going to lose the war. And after the war, he would have nothing to return to. He died after the bombing of Pearl Harbor on December 7th. The choices he made during World War I affected the world and led to World War II and the Holocaust. As a child, he was treated cruelly by others, and the way he was treated affected him by influencing him to make these decisions.
Joseph Stalin ruled the Soviet Union for more than 2 decades before becoming the Secretary of the Communist Party. He was born December 18, 1879 in Georgia. During World War II, his army helped defeat the Nazis. During his age of childhood, children would make fun of him and treat him cruelly. People believe that because of the children treating him harshly, his behavior changed and he became cold-hearted. His mother wanted him to become a priest, so he went to Tilflin's Theological Seminary, although he eventually dropped out because he couldn't pay his tuition. He then turned to becoming Secretary of the Communist Party and turned to his dark path.
The total Jews who died during the Holocaust were about 6 million Jews. The Jews who survived in the Holocaust, however, was much less, with the amount of 4 million Jews. In total, this brings about 10 million Jews who were in the Holocaust and who had to deal with cruel actions. I relate to Anne Frank because Anne was close to our age, and we can imagine being in her shoes and how lucky we are we didn't go through anything she went through. Right now, we go through many unfortunate events, but Anne Frank tops everything that we've gone through. Nothing can relate to her situation because for us, we've never been so hurt and so scared in our lives that it depended on us being alive or dead.
Anne Frank was a Jewish German who was forced to go on hiding from the Holocaust. She wrote in a diary on a daily basis.
She was famous for the books that she wrote and the inspiring quotes that she brought to life.
Kitty was involved in the Holocaust and was telling us about her experience when she was in the concentration camps with her mother and sister. Unfortunately, her mother and sister had passed away and she was the only one there. But before her mother passed away, Katie, when she would be working very hard and they would be punishing her for many things, has told us that her mother found her a way so she could work in Canada, which was where she had to get people's clothes, take it out, get all their goods and all their jewelry and everything and put it separate, and their clothes, so they could reuse. The Germans could reuse their things so that they could send back so they could reuse them.